Hello there, guys. Sorry. It's not a call for tech support because the game doesn't give me any fucking reason. It's just like, oh, this has crashed. Would you like to collect information? I'm like, well, what fucking good would that be? And so I've just had to give up on the mods, basically. The only mod I can get working consistently is the real battle mod. Right. I've been trying to get the Europe mods working, right? So I tried Europe Empires of Europe 1100 and that just kept coming up with the random crash. I tried to get the Anno Domini 12 something from Nexus mods. I downloaded all of the other mods needed for it, obviously, and I just spent ages trying to get them working and they just wouldn't. And I don't know what the fucking problem is. And so I'm just no, I don't think the game's been updated recently. Maybe it has, I don't know. And so I've just been frustrated and unable to play Bannerlord. And I like just kicking back and playing some Bannerlord. So I'm just playing a basic game with real battle mod, basically. No, I'm not using the Vortex mod manager, but I don't think it's that necessarily. But otherwise, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're having a great Christmas. I hope Santa brought you all of the things that you wanted. Santa brought me Ahriman, the Arch Sorcerer of the Thousand Suns, which is what I actually wanted. Merry Christmas to South Africa. Merry Christmas, Russian. Yeah, I didn't enjoy the Warhammer Fantasy one that much, to be honest. The problem I have with those sorts of overhauls is usually balancing, to be honest. Vlandian propaganda, yeah. Let's do a tournament quickly. Oh, very nice, Dragon Master. Oh, no chance of a white Christmas here. It's like 12 degrees here. It's, yeah, Santa Denial has been real quiet when they see their presents under the tree. But yeah, it's like 12 degrees here. Oh, hello. I think I've got a grey helmet, but never mind, that'll do. We'll take a nice helmet. Oh shit. Ah shit. Oh, fucking close. Got him finally. Jesus. What's going on? Fuck you, I'm taking your horse. My horse now, get away. I need this horse. To knock that guy off his horse. Ooh, disarmed, eh? Damn it. I did just dodge decapitation by bending down and picking up my weapon. That is correct. Oof. Get off that horse. Oof. He took that well. Gain a skill point in riding, that's useful. I'm quite a low level, by the way, so brand new game. I've got about 50 guys. They're quite good, but I haven't done anything. I'm still quite low level. Hey, fuck your horse. I'm the only person who deserves a horse here. Death to horses. Oh. Don't kill my horse. Well, the money in the arenas is terrible. Like, you get like $1,000. It's nothing. Got there, Morgan? It's the, you know, getting a good bit of equipment is what actually matters. Oh no, where's your weapon gone? Hold still, you. There we go, finally. God, that took longer than it ought to have done. Yeah, no, I had a good Christmas. Kids all had a good Christmas. Wife had a good Christmas. Come here. There we go. God, look at these guys' armor. These are my Sturgian shock troops, I think. Oh yeah, somehow the Sturgian tree seems to be broken, because rather than getting like elite spearmen, the Sturgian shock troops are on. Oh shit! Are on the list twice. Which, I mean, okay, fine. The Sturgian shock troops are fine, but like, I wanted the spearmen. Have it in the face. Oh. Ow. Oh shit, I'm not dead. Oh. Ow. Fucking thank God. Oh my God, thank God for this armor. I'm fucking close. Let's get my ass handed to me there. Ow. Have I ever considered a fake it till you make it approach to religion, just start attending church, see what happens? Well, I had to go to church on Christmas Eve. So my wife wanted to take the kids to church for the crib ceremony. Which was fine. Honestly, though, it was quite... performative. And kind of normy. Like, if it was quite serious, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. Ow. But dude, get the fuck back. He's too close. What? Shit, that archer killed my dude. How is he get? How is this happening? There we go. There we go. Holy shit. Ow. 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 Jesus. Ow. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, weirdly the KKK have turned up in the stands. Anyway, yeah, the thing about the church, I'm gonna reload that. I wanna win that. I don't need the helmet. Look at my helmet. My helmet's amazing. Yeah, the thing about the church is like it felt like very like 2000s 2010 sort of energy. Fuck, I'll do it. Like it wasn't very spiritual. Oh, nice. Okay. Glad I reloaded it. I want to get that axe. Wasn't very spiritual, and it felt very performative, and Yeah, I wanted more crusading energy. I'm not gonna lie. You know, if the church was a bit more serious. Fucking come here. Ow! Holy shit, did he strike me in the fucking temple or something? Yeah, so yeah, it just didn't feel like a spiritual experience, and like we didn't sing any hymns. We were singing like songs that had been repurposed to have Jesus lyrics in them, like, and I'm just like, okay, I don't like that. You know, like I would rather like the boring old English hymns. You know, like, yeah, I know it was weird. You know, and it's like, it feels, it's modern, you know, and it's like, okay, well, we're going to get the modern churchgoer. And it was like, okay, well, I hate it. Like, you know, a choir-style traditional hymn I would have felt quite happy with. Yeah, exactly, we've got so many. It's not like there's a paucity of them. It was kind of like that, where it's like, it kind of like boomer music repurposed to talk about Jesus, and I'm like, okay, but I just feel this is not taking the notion of our religion seriously, right? Shit, guys, get him. Well done. And yeah, so I was just enduring it, you know, and oh, fucking in the crotch. Aim for more crotch shots, mental note. Huh, weak ankles, right, got it. Yeah, and so it did nothing to bring me across to religion or anything. But I mean, my son really enjoyed it, so that's good. He got to be a shepherd. Went up. He was having a great time. Go for the ankles! There, see? Like, I would have liked anything... Actually, I didn't place a bet. Anything that was just more religious, you know? It didn't feel religious at all. And so it just felt like something that exists. Oh, God, I dropped his weapon. Now he's going to duff me up. Fuck you. Fuck you. Dude, get the fuck back. There we go. Yeah, the whole thing just didn't feel religious. And I'm just like, okay, well... Yeah, it could have been like a Lib Dem meeting, right? Replace Jesus with Ed Davey and it would fit. Ow. Haha. Got ya. Take that axe, thank you very much. It's been a while since I've read the Bible, obviously. But yeah, no, it just wasn't doing it for me. But anyway, yeah, no, I got some good stuff. I've nearly finished painting a Slanesh Noise Marine, which has taken fucking ages. But I think he's come out fairly well. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, okay, so 44 cut, right, and that's way better than what I've got. I'm using the smithy in this, and I'm making like crazy weapons. And everyone's got one, so. Right, I'm at war with the Empire, so let's go beat someone up. No reason, just they were there. Yeah, the Fulgrim model, I don't love it and I don't hate it. It's fine. And it's nice that all of the Chaos factions have got their Primarchs. I mean, Fulgrim doesn't have a fucking Legion. What have you got? 36 recruits. Yeah, I can take you. Fulgrim doesn't have a Legion, but at least he exists. Yeah, went through Twink Death, which is rough when you're Slanesh. Yeah, it did. I would like it to feel way more medieval, and with some scowling guy talking about sin, virtue, damnation. You know, I would actually. I think I'd quite enjoy that. Weirdly, oh no shit. Yeah, it's a bit somber, a bit serious. Oh, fuck off. You know, give me fire and brimstone, man. I'm back at that point.
Everyone, it's booming! Forward!
Yeah, the church, it should give you the feeling that it exists outside of time, you know? But there's no such thing as modernity. You know, God's will should be eternal and immutable. But instead the churches have just gone fucking totally woke. And they're run by women. And it's like, okay, well, you know, and now it just feels like the sort of church you'd find in Love Actually. So, well, I don't... This isn't doing it for me, I'm sorry. But yeah, Merry Christmas, Advancee. It's not that I'm looking for that cult experience. I'm looking for people who are taking their religion seriously. Yeah, even if I'm not a part of it, I think you should take it seriously. I like things to be authentically what they are. And this didn't feel like it was an authentic Christian ceremony. And so I was just like, okay, wow. Come here, you. Can't go forever, there's water there. Got ya. For 11 whole damage. Damn the reach on this. Come here. Damn it. Yeah, it was a Protestant church. The thing is, it's not that the people there aren't nice. They are, of course, nice. Bro, I thought he was running away there. Not on my fucking watch. Shields up, boys. Ow. Oh, what happened to your horse, bro? You thought you were so fucking clever. See, the shield wall works better with than the pike wall when it comes to archers. Way better. Can see shit there. Merry Christmas, Banzo. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Bannerlord for years. I literally just play it for the combat, to be honest. it's the only good thing about the game. And for some reason, there aren't... the style of the game. So you build up your force and then you get into any battles that you want to get into. Like, I don't know why there aren't more games like this. And anyone could do Bannerlord better than Bannerlord, I think. Same with Total War. Like, anyone else, I'm sure, could make a better Total War game than CA at this point. I don't understand why no one does. Oh, what are you painting, Banzo? One dead. Sturgeon Warrior, not happy about that. I have not played Battle Brothers. Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's exactly the same with the Total War format. It's like, why aren't there a million Total War clones? It's not, I mean, what is it? It's not that it's an unproven fucking model. You know, everyone fucking loves Total War. No, everyone. People who don't like strategy games like Total War. So it's like, what the fuck's happening here? Why aren't there a million clones? And, you know, back in the day, you'd be like, okay, well, it's the power of the systems that is the problem. It's like, okay, maybe, but that's not the case now, is it? You know, computers are so unbelievably powerful now. It's actually kind of mind-boggling how good they are. Oh, wait, sweet. That's spear. I'll take that. Bannerlord is the best mount of combat in any game I've played. Yeah, well, yeah, same here. Same here, but, like, why is that? You know, it's not... Again, the thing is, the Bannerlord combat isn't even that great. It's just pretty good. Good enough, you know? It's like, okay, but is that good enough? Like, I just feel that... Yeah, it's janky, but it does the job well enough. And there's nothing else. So, what am I going to do? You know? Speed or damage? Speed, thank you. Fire experience for infantry party, each enemy kill with a 200 weapon. Jesus Christ, that's going to be a lot. I think I do hit them down already because of the battle mod. Better give him pikeman. Oh, I've got a smithing thing. Oh, nice. I think that's going to be more useful over time. Crafting stamina sounds useful. +5 party size. Yeah, no, that's more useful. Got a lot here. I'll definitely get the recruiting of high tier ones though, and I guess we will increase our leadership rate. Yeah, but the thing is, the remarkable popularity of Bannerlord and Total War, why doesn't that tell devs? Well, hang on a second, that's what people want. And everyone's angry at Creative Assembly for essentially doing everything wrong. And the devs of Bannerlord seem to have just checked out. You know, it's like, okay, great, you made loads of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not even like, don't do that, you know. It's like, okay, fair enough. What do I need? One. Oh, I need. I'm not even saying don't do this. That's totally fair. I totally get it. I totally understand. I'm not even like, you know, angry or anything. I can totally see why you'd have done it. But why isn't anyone else picking up the fucking slack? I'm paying for a legendary wooden hammer. Christ. That's just really bizarre. Because there's so much you could do, and no one does. Oh. I know they're all chasing the Golden Goose, but the Golden Goose is literally right there, right? Like, what I would do if I had millions and millions of dollars, if someone was like, look, I will give you $10 million to develop a game, any game you want, go nuts, right? It would essentially be a cross between Civilization and Total War, right? It would be a wide open map, and you would start in the Stone Age, and you would build settlements, and you would raise armies, create empires, create states, upgrade technology, and I'd have it quite open-ended as well. I wouldn't have it based on the real world. I would have a really, really complex set of tech trees that you unlocked by achieving things rather than just waiting for the research, right? And you unlock the ability to do these things. So, like, the more you did a thing, the more that you advance in that thing, right? And you would then raise armies basically in the same way that you do in Total War, but from the kind of population that you have, rather than based on arbitrary, and you develop the population by the kind of civilization you had developed. And so you'd be able to, if you've developed like a civilization that has very egalitarian, you know, philosophy governing it, then you would end up with an army of commoners. You know, they wouldn't have great armor, maybe, unless you had like the ability of the Roman Empire to afford to equip them, right? If you didn't either import things or spend your time researching things, you wouldn't have access to things. But anyway, yeah, you know, like there's loads I would do. There's absolutely loads I would fucking do. But it's just not going to happen because I haven't got any fucking time anyway, and I haven't got any money. So it's just like, okay, well then, guess we go without, don't we? Wow, look at that. Right, what was I forging? Oh, yeah, I was forging giant two-headed maces. You can't buy these. Oh wow, I've got access to a heavy flanged mace head. Great. I don't really know what the butt bit does. Apparently nothing. If I make it small, I increase the spring speed and handling. Right. .22 blunt damage. I will go for that. Go on, let's make our Hopefully gargantuan two-handed mace. Ah, 21. Need some more wood. I need to rest. Yeah, thank you, Matthew. I really appreciate it. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, the interview with Tom Wood was really good. Really good chat. Definitely recommend checking it out. But yeah, so I'd have like quite a complex economy, but I'd have it so essentially it worked on its own. I'd have it simple. Like simple. I know how I do it as well. You know, it'd literally be like kind of Factorio style, where it's just link this, link this, link this, and then this will, you know, each turn or how, you know, if it's real time every 10 minutes or whatever, or however long, you get X amount of resources, right? And so you set up trade caravans. There's a reason to trade with people, as in you will not have everything you need. And if you get a godly starting location, and not even everything you need, like, you will have to alter your playing style to what is available, right? And what you can get access to. And you would train your people, like, the people available to you would be a product of what you did and what you had. And so, you know, there's a reason that the Mongolians had horse archers, for example, right? There's a reason they didn't use massive pike phalanxes. And it'd be, you know, that I'd be trying to capture that. And I would try to make it so that essentially all kinds of gameplay styles were viable. You just have to be sensible when you're doing it. Like I said, I know how I'd make it work. I just don't have a team of people making it for me. Which is a shame, because if I did, it'd be amazing. And I would make the be all and end all. Oh wow, of Total War games, right? 24, 20. Why wouldn't I go for this one then? Handling 81, handling 81. This one's got a shorter weapon reach, but I like 26 blunt damage. Right, what's the difference here? That one's got longer weapon reach. It's got better handling. Well, I think I prefer the reach, to be honest. Does this significantly affect the handling? It's 76. Blunt damage 27. It's fine. Give this a go. Okay, got the full damage, and I got a new one. It's only 21 blunt damage though. Swing speed's faster, but not that much faster. I can't afford it. I can't forge it anyway. It's 21, 21, 25, 21. Okay, I'm gonna go with 21. Oh, I've got a new. Uh, 26. 27. Can we get to 28? No. What do I need? I need 2. It's 2 steel. Please be good. Damn it. Alright. Well, I haven't got millions of dollars. I'd need a lot of money. to make this happen, right? Right, so that's 27 blunt. Give that a go. 34 grand, Jesus, that's expensive. Right. This does more damage, so enjoy. Mr. the Scholar. Kamal, I mean, to be fair, probably give you something better anyway. Yeah, look at these legendary shoes. You've heard of these shoes. Can you use them? No. Not exactly the world's greatest bowman, are you? Just giving him a bow to keep him at the back. Doing alright for food, that's good. How many troops? Not bad. Guess I'll get one. No on that, okay. The war with the Empire continues. Yeah, I do run a business, yeah. Come here, you. I need to test out my new club. I just made this.
It's been a while.
Anyway, how does what I'm saying sound, right? It sounds great, right? It sounds like that's the game we're all looking for, I think.
On my orders! In forward! Make a shield wall! Move! Troop, move!
Fuck's sake.
Forward! Archers! Forward! Move! Archers, stand apart!
Alright, let's go test it. Whoa. Well, I'd have it so you developed your civilization over time, right? And so if you suffered setbacks, say if you know your city is raised or something, then you lose access to what you had there, right? And any you know, the refugees, the kind of people would be able to recreate. You know, you'd found a new settlement somewhere, right? And you'd be able to recreate a percentage of what you have, but you'd lose that experience over time. Oh shit, hello. And so, like, you know, to have it very dynamic, basically. Come back here. Come here. I need to get a fast horse. So yeah, the kind of units you'd be able to make would be very customizable. You know those sort of like space sims where you can make your own ships? I'd have something like that with units, right? And the unit would be unavailable if you didn't have the resources required to make it. And so, and you know, have like little AI civilizations knocking around doing stuff. And like, have it like Civ, so you've got players on the map, right? I'd probably have it in real time too. Just sort of slowish real time. But I'd like it to be multiplayer. And you'd have, you know, AI civilizations on the map and stuff like that. And so, you know, you recruit them as auxiliaries. You know, if you go over, win a battle or something, recruit them as auxiliaries. So now you've got like a thing that can provide you units of archers or something, you know? Do loads of stuff. There's so many things. I'd be just trying to essentially recreate like world history and warfare in this video game. Where have my infantry gone? What? Who are you? Yeah, shouldn't have come near. I've got no compunction on hurting horses in this. Ow. Shit. Dick. That was a horse I was riding. Well, I was hoping this would be more damaging. Ow, jeez. Ah, fuck. Time to get out of here. This guy's fucking me up. Yeah, it's not fucking over. Yeah, I would have... Yeah, I absolutely would have, like, you know, cultural and religious mechanics. Shit. I absolutely would have that. Because I'd want there to be a point to building temples, right? I'm so tired in games. Oh, you'll build a temple. Why? Because that gives me +2 to my population happiness or whatever. It's like, well, no, like, you know, I have it so you get, again, you get access to certain kinds of people. Like, yeah, okay, I'm going to create a religion like Christianity. Okay, great. You don't get access to berserkers, alright? You know, you need like an Odinist fucking mental case, Nietzschean Ubermensch style religion, for that, right? If you want to have it, but that comes with a bunch of problems of its own, right? Like, okay, when you're not, you know, when you've got a pool of people who fall into this category, yeah, they're going to cause you civilizational troubles, right? They're going to be a real pain in the ass when they're not in your army. You know, your crime rate will be up. Your general sort of like peace and happiness will be up. Your productivity will be down because of these people. However, you know, when these guys hit the field, you can be like, well, that was worth it. You know, that's how you. So okay, so my productivity sucks. What do? I've got these amazing soldiers. I need to be raiders. Right, we're gonna go and raid, and I'd have, you know, lots of you'd have villages, right? And this is another thing that just so many games just don't do. Mountain Blade actually is one of those games that does do this. Have small resource-producing settlements that you can raid, because that's literally how almost all warfare went forever, because people live in villages. Yeah, and so when you read about them, oh, they devastated the hinterland around whatever city. What that means is they're looting farms, they're looting small villages, they're looting, like, you know, market towns and stuff like this. You know. But they can't take the big capital city, so they, you know, so the general economic prosperity of the area is just completely devastated. Yeah, but they don't have total war style fights, right? But I would literally just be trying to model history. Oh, that's pretty good. You could do those. Heavy. Oh, I might take those. Very nice. Would you like some lamella pauldrons? Yes, you would. Although they look cooler, so. I mean, decrease mouse rate, I guess that sounds good. Enjoy. Well, that's the point. Like, you wouldn't get Christian berserkers, right? Because to unlock the troop, you would need... I would have various attributes that you would, you know, gain or lose depending on the kind of civilization you were cultivating. And so, yeah, okay, if you wanted berserkers, you would need a certain kind of religion or a certain kind of philosophy. And so that would deny you access to other kinds. But the question is about balancing and about cultivating certain things, you know, and okay, well, I can't, I'm going to have to get like monastic orders or something, you know, that cultivate something weird and crazy. Yeah, okay, do that, you know. I would like it. So, you know, there's a lot to be done, basically, you know, I don't think it'd be that hard. Balancing it would be difficult, but like, that's fine. Okay, oh no, I've got this awesome game that does the things that I want it to do, and now the challenge is balance it. Okay. You know, I mean, I'd farm it out to playtesters. You know, if you've bought a copy of the game in early access, then you can become a playtester. You can help us balance it. Start a fucking Discord. Do polling. I don't know. You know, whatever it takes. Yeah, why not? Well, I'd definitely have like crusade mechanics for like, and for the shared religions and stuff like that. Why not? That'd be cool. Like, there's no reason not to do any of these things, and yet it's so bizarre watching like the entire games industry be totally uninspired by everything. Like they've got no ideas, and it's like, well, why don't you have ideas? Yeah, but Dank's making his own game, right? He's making his own things. Come here. Damn it. Oh yeah, okay. Have 600 revenue.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. So it's time for me to beat you up. No, it's not. I don't know, man. They just constantly came up with crashes. It's insufferable.
On my command! Footmen! Move! Form a shield wall! Move! Archers, forward! And move! Sword attack!
Let's go again, boys. And obviously I'd have, you know, a lot of, diplomacy would be a major thing. Like, the diplomacy in Total War infuriates me. And, like, there are just so many things that, like, in Total War, you just can't surrender and ransom your army. You can't do that. It's like, why? Everyone did that. Like, it's so normal to, like, pay a tribute. And, like, in Total War, it's like, oh, you know, to vassalize someone, you have to reduce them to one province with no armies. It's like, why? Like, people reduce to vassal status, like these sort of tributary status, all the time, without, like Armenia, right? The Kingdom of Armenia was a constant tributary vassal of the Persian Empire and the Roman Empire for centuries. The Kingdom of Armenia was huge, right? It was like, it spans the sort of northern, like, area around or above Iraq, right? From, like, you know, across to the sort of Turkey to Iran, basically. Huge. But it had no choice, you know, and so it just became a tributary vassal of either the Persians or the Romans. Whoever was going to march an army in that week, basically. So, oh, right, it's the Persians today, right? Okay, yeah, your army has entered my territory. I'm going to open negotiations. I'm going to sue for peace and become a vassal. And, like, suing for peace is just such a normal thing to do, right? Like, there was a formalized structure for how it worked in the ancient world, which was, if you lost 3 battles, then you sued for peace. You're the loser of this war. Because losing 3 battles is men you don't want to die. Because when you take men out of the economy, you lose money. And, like, you know, people are like, I don't want to fight forever and keep having people die, actually. Like, there's morale, like. But if you've cultivated a particularly warlike race, like the Romans, then, okay, maybe they will. You know, maybe they're mental. Jeez, this guy's got some good soldiers. And so, yeah, like, you know, I'd have governmental structures and stuff like that, and all this would affect various aspects of your kingdom, or your republic, or whatever it was. I don't know what eggnog is. That's not really a thing in England. I don't know what wassail is either. Yeah, but I wouldn't want as much micromanagement as Manlord's had. Like, I'd want it to be a kingdom level thing, rather than just like, here's a town that you are managing. Well, I don't. I wouldn't do anything like so expressly political, right? Like, the game, the narrative that you told would develop from what it was you were doing and the kind of civilization you were cultivating. Here, buddy. Enjoy. Definitely do it one of those, couldn't you? Hell yeah. Oh, even better. Camel. I think you're the guy in control of the infantry. So anyway, all I'm saying is, I think it'd be an amazing game. It'd probably take a couple of years to develop, but like, it'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd turn out gripping, I think. You know, it's you've got a campaign map with armies moving around, basically, and then various menus to control things. I don't think there's anything complex about what I'm suggesting, really. How is it I've got to rest so much? I've not played Foxhole, although I've seen it, so... Well, no, I would only hire people who had a long social media history of being based. Like, well, I don't have a Twitter account. It's like, well, you don't use social media. No, I can't hire you then. You know, I won't see you actively going, no, this work shit's shit and I hate it for years. Shit, I need wood. Yeah, I'd be very... No, that's my hardwood. I'd be very cautious about who I was hiring. I'd want them to get it as well. I think my hiring has been pretty good so far. You know, the people I've hired. I think they've all been pretty reliable and decent. So, you know, I've not got anything bad to say about anyone who's ever worked for me. So... So anyway, yeah, I'm just saying, you know, I think it's totally doable to make good games in the current era. It's just for some reason the money doesn't exist, and neither does the will. Yeah, it's not about being a city builder. You're missing the point, right? It's about being a civilization builder, and it's about having total war style battles. It's about trying to replicate history. That's what I'd be aiming for. Right. Two-handed mace. I really want to get a really good one, but all of these actually seem kind of shit. That seems like the best one. Can I get 28? No. Apparently not. Alright, whatever. Let's get a fancy one. Don't know what this is, but we'll get it anyway. Make it massive. Damn it. Mace-shaped pommel. That's a good thing to get on a mace. Don't need more of that. Yeah, it's basically something similar. Wow, the difficulty in this is massive. But it will improve my smithing. Better not sell that steel. No, to wait, rest. Oh yeah, send us the Reddit page of the titles mentioned. I'll check them out. Yeah, I'm basically doing for. Well, I want to make a really good weapons. Better put my charm up a bit, Jesus. I mean, I don't plan on having children. No, I don't think I modded in new weapon parts. Goes up to 27. 28. Fucking hell. Fine steel. Can't get fine steel. Oh, what? The head itself needs the fine steel, does it? Balls. Okay, well, I can't make that yet then, can I? Yeah, short maces are great in sieges. Ah, god damn. I just suck at making these. But I have that. Which is great. But god damn, I don't have the resources. Did I sell everything? No. Yeah, so that's at least the first kind of game I would make. I mean, there are other kinds of games I'd like to make. I'd like to make a game where magic was just so powerful that you would never bother being anything else, and so everyone in it was a wizard of some sort, right? And like Helldivers is actually a good model for this, where like, you know, there's a little trick to casting a spell, but then you get some incredible fucking effect out of it. You know, like calling in the giant bombs and stuff. I'd do stuff like that, and have like, you know, procedurally generated settlements full of AI creatures, and you know, you'd be multiplayer, so you'd fight other people and stuff like that. So you'd have massive wizard battles on top of hills and stuff. But I'd make the scope of the spells really huge, and then I'd have the spells interact with each other. Yeah, so certain spells would do certain things.
Make a shield wall! Infantry, move! Archers, forward!
Yeah, something like that, Kaiser. You know, like it, but more like, because the technology all exists now, right? The sort of coding technology to do things to the environment is all like well developed, and you can just buy it off the stores. You know, I want something that's going to destroy this, you know, turn this building into rubble. And you can get code that just does that. No, Magicka's way too small scale, right? Way too small scale. Like, you're not thinking nearly big enough. Like, you know, spells that can destroy an entire village in one fucking blast. That's what I want. And various different spell schools that obviously you can specialize in. And give the mages a reason to build their own spell tower, wizard towers and stuff like that, right? So to research, like, you know, certain levels of spell and stuff like this, you've got to go to a spell tower, and this gives the wizards a reason to work with one another, right? So you're like, okay, so I need a guy who's got like a level 20 water magic tower, and a guy that's got a level 50 fire tower to be able to get this spell book. You know, who could develop this spell. Now I've got to get these resources to do it, and blah blah blah. And eventually you can learn this spell. So yeah, okay, great, that'd be awesome. And it would require that, you know, it would actually require cooperation with players. And like, to get resources, so you know, you get resources from just villages and towns and cities, right? So there's a reason not to just destroy everything. It's like, no, I need, you know, these people have a diamond mine, and I need X amount of diamond to be able to develop the spell. Therefore, I will, you know, they can be, you know, my protectorate as an almighty wizard, while I get whatever diamonds I want out of them. And so there's a reason to attack another wizard's properties. Oh, he's developing this spell, is he? Okay. Well, I don't really want him to have this spell. So, you know. And then when a wizard battle happens, it's just the sort of thing that blows up a fucking mountain. You know, like in the distance, I want you to be able to see giant fucking fireworks going off and huge chunks of fucking earth being thrown up into the air. Oh god, there are two wizards fighting over there. That must be impressive. Now that's another game that I would do. Again, if I had millions of dollars. But I don't, so I guess I'll just play some Bannerlord. And the thing is as well, I'm going to do a video on this. Like, aesthetics really matter, man. Right? Like, the feel of the game really, really matters. And modern developers have totally forgotten this. Right? The thing that makes someone like Mario, right, so memorable is not him jumping up and down, right? The mechanics of Mario are totally basic, totally copied in every most perfect way by a million other games. But it's the theme and the feel of the Mario games that is the unique thing. Like the style of the art, the music, you know, it's that makes them what they are. And Nintendo knows this. Nintendo is incredibly precious with the aesthetics of their property. It's just because it's so normified, and it's so normal, and it looks so family friendly, you don't think about it. But Nintendo fucking think about it. I guarantee it. Nintendo are like, they're going to have like a huge list of requirements for the art of every single one of their games, you know, and it's going to come down to like pixel definition and stuff like that. It's going to be really, really, really autistic, as it should be. Yeah, exactly. Even when they do 3D Mario, it still feels like a proper Mario, right? And there's just like, just think of like Fallout, right? On paper, the original Fallout sounds like an awful idea. It sounds like a fucking terrible idea. Like, well, well, that's the thing, Darth Kitty, right? Essentially, yes. You know, you just want to, when, like, to be a guy with a sword would just be a ridiculous thing in the universe that I'd be creating with that game. You'd be like, what? What do you mean? I want to be the guy who can fucking blow up mountains or teleport or whatever. You know, like, and so you know, you'd have like a world map, with like wizard domains basically, and like procedurally generated settlements, and you know, I'd make it so you could help build these things up by giving them access to resources that would, in a similar vein to the other game, like, improve them, you know, allow them to improve. Again, just do it all procedurally. But anyway, you know, and so the player he's got something to do when he's not just fighting, because that's the problem with games like The Isle, right? Oh, there's probably way too much turnover in Western studios. I don't follow the turnover of Western studios. They're just all shit, right? Just everything is shit, and like Space Marine 2 was amazing. The aesthetic of it was incredible. The gameplay was great, just fine, right? It wasn't groundbreaking, but that's fine. Nobody was asking for groundbreaking. With Space Marine 2, they're like, look, just do a good, fun hack and slash game. That's all anyone wanted out of it. Just make it look incredible. Just make it feel like Warhammer, right? And by God, did it feel like Warhammer? And where they've got the fucking they thought they were going to be the last stand, where you've got all your battle brothers and just firing wildly, and even though you know, okay, God, we're fucked here. It felt great. It was a really good experience. Like, not done by a Western developer. Not done by Russians. So, okay, why? Because they understand what people actually want out of the games. That's why. Yeah, Russian. Like, it's like when I completed it, you were just like, oh my God, look at the developers. I was like, oh yeah, good point. Yeah, the Westerners are just so fucking. The Western game industry is just a shit show. This is embarrassing, to be honest. Nothing interesting or creative comes out of it. And the thing is, the graphics don't have to be that good. Like, Mountain Blade level graphics are fine. They're fine. Like, these, look at this. Fine. It looks fine. That's all. It doesn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you've got, like, the ability to make Space Marine 2 style graphics, fine. But, like, if you don't have that kind of budget, it's okay. Like, this level of graphics is fine. No one's going to complain as long as the game is fucking good. And as long as it does something that hasn't really been done before. And there's loads that hasn't been done before, so crack on. Can't be cavalry if you don't have fucking horses, can you? Oh, we're cavalry archers. The fuck you are, not on my watch. It's like, hey, you're not getting through our armor. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, and I would have loads of different specialised schools of magic as well. Like, back when I was programming, I knocked up a demo of this. I'll find it on Facebook in a minute after this battle. And I'll show, like, so you can get a feel for the sort of thing I was aiming for. And, I was a pretty novice programmer, really. I could get a multiplayer game up and running. I could get basically what I wanted done, but I didn't know the details. It was just me, you know, so there's too much for one person to do. Yeah, get that horse. Round him. It's just my mate doing the fucking animations for the things. But it was like... it was coming together. You could see where I was going with it. And like... where, you know, what I was aiming for. I just had all of this in my head. So, oh yeah, I could do this huge fucking thing. Oh, I thought they would be coming for me. Right. Let's go get them, infantry. Just everyone go. Well, you know, they should put stamina in this. No, I wouldn't bother building my own engine. The Unreal 5 engine would be perfectly fine. Why not use that? And why bother reinventing the wheel? It just seems like a giant waste of time and money to build your own engine from scratch. Unless there's a necessity.
Soldiers, forward!
Now, let me see if I can find it. Oh, wow. It's 11 years ago. There you go. But I mean, I wasn't really a programmer or a developer. You know, I was just doing it. But I could program, like, I could make something happen. But I programmed everything in that video. But I'm more of a conceptual developer. I would be a designer, really. Sorry, I'll check the super chat in a second. Hang on, sorry, I missed it. Yeah, something like that. I mean, you know, and then the thing is, I just don't understand developer studios where they make the same game over and over. It's like, why would you want to make the same game over and fucking over? Like, I've made the game. Why would I, you know, unless there was a real imperative. Like, unless I'd forgotten something. I just don't see... that was just programmed in Unity. Yeah, but it's such a false economy. It's like... No, okay, like, you know, yeah, I'd like to do, like, a real sort of story-heavy game at some point. That'd be really cool, you know? Yeah, but the thing is, investors need to essentially be told what they're going to want. like, look, are you a video game designer? They're like, no, I'm not. I want this. It's like, okay, but you're not a designer, are you? Like, no. Then you don't know what you want. You don't know why you'd want it. You know, you don't know what you're asking for, and I'm the guy with the vision, not you. You know, you just want lots of money. I'm going to make loads of money. Like, you know, anything I made would fucking sell like gangbusters, man. Because it would be fucking revolutionary. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want money. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sell loads of fucking games, and it's going to be amazing. And people will talk. People will be playing these games in a decade. You know, people will be modding these games and fucking still hosting their own servers of these games for decades to come. You know, this game will sell every year. There will always be sales of this game. Yeah, you're gonna make so much money, you're gonna be tired of making money. You know, that's I just don't understand why anyone. And the thing is, the only reason I can assume that people aren't essentially taking this attitude of the investors, right? It's because they're just not confident in the work they're doing. They've got no ideas. It's like, oh, I'm in this industry, so now what do I do about it? Dominion 6 has insane magic, scrying on the world, making everyone age rapidly, etc. Stretching it RPG, also very artistic. Yeah, I'd make it a lot more user friendly, right? I'd have it so, like, I mean, in the sort of mage game in particular, I would have it so that it was not a slow curve, it'd be a steady curve, but it wouldn't be until the very late game, like, that you'd get the godlike spells, obviously, you know. But it'd be the sort of thing where, I mean, kind of like Magic the Gathering, just in real time. You know what I mean? But the point is, it's not going to happen because I haven't got the time and I haven't got the money. Like, if Elon Musk actually wanted to make a good video game, I could do it for him. No, it's too restrictive. Again, the scope is just not as big as I'm planning. Like, Noise River's okay, but it's just too small. Yeah. Yeah, literally, I'll be like fucking Klaus Schwab at the investor meeting. Alright, so this is why this game is going to be great. This is why millions of autistic men like myself on the internet will be like, wow, I've waited for my whole life for this game. And this is why you're going to give me your money. And then we're like, oh, are we? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, there's just no reason that you wouldn't. Because you want something that's going to be legendary. I mean, the amount of franchising that would be able to come off of it, right? Like, you could do all sorts of things. Why does nobody have steel? But anyway. Yeah, and okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Once every 5 years, we can put out a fucking sequel or something, or 10 years maybe. Put out a sequel because of the new game engines and whatnot, or remaster it or something like that, you know. Fine. If we have to. God damn, I need fucking resources. Why don't I have resources? Wooden hammers, perfect. Oh, that's nice, right? Yeah, the graphics are already good enough. Like, holy shit, man. You do not need new engines, you don't need to improve graphics. I'm just going to go grab a drink, actually. I'll be back in 2 secs. But yeah, the graphics are more than good enough at this point. Good point, Redacted Brainwaves. You did forget to apply the Giga Chat. Yeah, it's ideas, right? Because this is the thing, right? I've seen like people posting stuff like this on the internet and on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, and being like, okay, but the graphics are now like basically photorealistic. So where do we go from here? What does video gaming even look like now? It's like, stop improving the fucking graphics. I play games that are literally 15 years old. Like, you know, everyone I know plays old games. Like they'll buy the latest game, play like Space Marine 2 until the complete campaign, play like fucking Helldivers until they've, you know, Helldivers has fallen off now anyway. But like, they don't care that much about the graphics, right? It's about the fun of the game, the longevity of the game. But yeah, Redacted, you did forget the Giga Chat. Anyway, let me grab a drink. I'm back in a sec. So there's something when you're doing a degree in anything called a literature review, right? And that's you having looked at the contemporary discussion on an issue, read it, imbibed it, understood it, and identified the strengths and weaknesses of the various positions of whatever argument is happening and you're addressing. And that just seems to be something that video games just don't do, right? Because, for example, I'm thinking about this like Majocracy game. So, okay, what would be the weakness that you would worry about? Well, it was just about fighting, right? Okay, right. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do to make sure it's not just about fighting. Having like, you know, incredibly esoteric and arcane research abilities would be one thing. So you need to get various resources. You have to travel to get the resources, right? You have to trade to get a particular thing to create a spell, so then you can use this spell, right? You have, you know, there like have it so you can cultivate villages and cultivate cities, cultivate alliances, cultivate friendships with other wizards, blah blah blah. Gain resources to do things, right? Okay, fine. That's fine. And like a great game that's a failure in this regard is The Isle, right? The Isle has incredible aesthetics, right? There are a bunch of dinosaur games where you're running around as a dinosaur, and most of them fucking suck, man. I just don't like the look of them. Like the dinosaurs move in a clunky way. They don't look realistic. The thing doesn't feel realistic when you're playing it, and so it's just like, okay, well, if you are going to like Path of Titans compared to The Isle it's such an amateur knockoff, and it's like, okay, but you've been successful, now you need to hire the guys who can make it as aesthetically good as The Isle, right? Don't keep adding new dinosaurs, don't do anything else, just you need to improve the aesthetic experience of your game. That's all you need to do, but they don't, right? And so The Isle still retains this kind of legendary perspective and position in the sort of genre because it's the only one that really gets the feel of the thing right. Even though it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest selling now at all. You know, but the other ones seem essentially like slop. And they're not as good. The experience of playing them or watching people play them is just not as good. And so it's like, okay, well, that's a real feather in the cap of the developers of the Isle, but there's nothing to do. Nothing at all to do other than fight. And so being a herbivore is insanely boring, and being a carnivore is terrifying until you're fully grown. And then you just fight other carnivores. And that's the fun of it. And don't get me wrong, it's fun. But you can tell that the developers are like, well, we didn't want to just make a dinosaur arena fighter. It's like, well, okay, but that is what you've done. A really, really advanced, really nice looking dinosaur arena fighter. Because that's just, you don't have any ideas of what the dinosaurs could do that weren't combat. Right? And, okay, fine. So identify like this week. So what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses? Okay, so this, whatever I was going to make would have to feel nice, right? And so if you were making like a wizard game, what this would mean is the crispness of the sounds, right? So when you're, you go into your wizard study or whatever, and you pull out a spell book and you're going to go through and like, construct a spell or whatever that you're going to craft that do a certain thing, whatever it is, right? Like the sound of the page turning has to be crisp and pleasant to hear in the same way that the sounds in the Isle are pleasant to hear. The sound themselves, any music you had would have to be like the Tristram music in Diablo 1, right? The basic, the music that you get in Diablo is incredibly scene setting, and it really makes the thing come more to life than other genres and other games. And this is why all the Diablo knockoff clones, like Diablo 1 is not the world's greatest game. Diablo 2 is not the world's greatest game, but the aesthetics are right. The mechanics are right and the aesthetics are right. And they feel proper, and so all of these other games are striving desperately to achieve that, but Diablo will always be the thing they're comparing themselves to because it got the feeling of the game right. And this is all things that modern video game developers just have not cottoned on to. So you need, the mechanics, the longevity, the aesthetic, the world building, the overall fun of the game. And then you've got the basic issues that they all actually focus on. It's like, okay, how can we make this easy to start with, but challenging in the end? Yep, these are great questions, and there are lots of answers, and blah, 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 But there are so many other things that make a game good that are important. Like, Mount & Blade, Bannerlord, doesn't have the greatest aesthetics ever, right? It's very mediocre, aesthetically. Like, yeah, Fallout 3 is a great example, right? The gameplay was not very good in Fallout 3, but it felt like a post-apocalyptic world. It felt like you were running around in the wasteland. Yeah, the wooloo. Yeah, totally. And the little words, the little phrases, and the do-do-do, when the drum, the little bongo drum sounds. Lovely sounds make a thing, and people don't even realize it. Yeah, like there are so many things I would be paying attention to. And another thing is excess detail, right? So many games now, like I look at the world map. Let's get Civ 7 up a second, right? Because this is the thing. Like I looked at Civ 7, I was like, okay, it doesn't look nice, right? Let me get the screen share up soon. Right. Shit. Right. Look at this. This is a screenshot from Civ 7. I don't like looking at it. It's far too fucking busy. Right? It's far too, there's no consistency. Why is the volcano a different color to the mountain? Like, This the thing feels jumbled. Why do these houses have a different colored roof to this temple? You know, like what is going on over here? It's all jumbled. And they think they're adding like detail, but this detail isn't cohesive. It doesn't read well to the eye, and it's not even no cartoonified is fine, right? Like I'm gonna make a video about this because just like cartoony graphics are totally fine. And there's an Amiga game that I remember just from years ago that it was just really nice to play because the graphics were so nice. It was just a fucking platformer that you were running around just, you know, hitting things. But the graphics were lovely. The art style was coherent. Browser's fucking dying for some reason. Right. So there was this Amiga game called Chuck Rock, right? It was just literally a cartoony game about a caveman. I don't know any fucking screenshots. Caveman wandering around, just hitting things with his belly, right? Just fat caveman hitting things with his belly. Really fun. Really, really, really nice and pleasant thing to play. Because the music was good, the sound effects were good, and the graphics were coherent. And it was really lovely, right? This is not it. This is just not it. And they're like, yeah, but look at how many pixels we've got, and look at the fucking quality of the textures. It's like, yeah, but I don't like looking at it. If I don't like looking at it, then you're getting BTFO'd by a game from 1991. You know? Like, hang on a second. My browser's fucking... Why is it dying? I don't understand. Oh, the Amiga. Right. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. Fucking ads. And it's running like a dog. Why is it running? I've got such a good PC, man. Why is this running like a dog? Do not understand. YouTube aren't up with the ad blockers. They are funny about it. Right. Can you hear that all right? I'm using Firefox. So Chuck there just watching TV in his cave house. His hot wife goes out to hang up the clothes, the fucking Flintstone style. Gary Gritter, the local weirdo in the bushes. Yeah, unfortunately, this was before I think everyone knew that Gary Glitter was a nonce. So he kidnaps Ophelia. Chuck, North FC. Oh. Gets a bush. That'll do. Brilliant. You see what I mean? Yeah, Chuck's a total Chad, obviously, right? You know, just married man, you know, living his best life, beautiful wife, and the weirdo pervert is like, yeah, I'm going to kidnap him. It's like, oh, I'm going to go get him and take her back. But, like, it's catchy, right? Doesn't this music slam? Right? And again, I remember this from when I was a kid. Like, and it's like, okay, this is cool. Great setting, right? It's just fun. It's original, it's fun, it's entertaining, and the graphics are lovely. You know, you can see the limited colour palette they had to work with and the limited number of pixels they had. You can see every fucking individual pixel on the fucking screen. But they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. We can work with this because we're artists. And then we'll get to the gameplay, right? So he's just running around. It's like Mario, I guess, you know, except he hits things with his stomach. Pick up a rock. But you can see that the art style is cohesive, coherent. Right? So Chuck's got to brave the wilds to go get his wife back. Right? And hit things with his stomach. And we'll just go through, right? So the game itself is pleasant to look at, even though the graphical fidelity isn't exactly amazing. You know, the character himself is entertaining as a concept. All he's doing is chucking rocks, literally, at fucking, you know, dinosaurs and whatever else. With the rocking soundtrack going on. And it's all just quite pleasant to look at. That's him underwater again. This looks nice. I'm sorry, but this looks nice. This is pleasant to look at. This is not fucking pleasant to look at. This is like... who wants Chuck Rock? Or who wants Woke Civ 7? Like, seriously, chap. Like... like, this is all used to be possible. The style is not coherent. That's the thing, and it's all about the aesthetics of things. So this was a fun game to play, right? This was fun. You can tell that a lot of love has been put into this, right? A lot of work, and like, yeah, you get bits where like Chuck's like fighting a mammoth. You know, it's just, it's fun. It's got character. You know, they've looked at it and gone, right, okay, we want to create an entire experience, a cohesive experience in this, right? And we want you to feel something. We've got an idea in mind that we want you to have a feeling when you're playing with this, right? Yeah, well, I mean, Chuck Rock obviously entertainment. You know, it's a light entertainment game, right? It's got it's a great sense of humor in it, and so it's just like games used to have this sense of the aesthetic. Like game designers used to have this sense, and it wasn't just this like. The Amiga in particular was like totally guilty of having the most basic bitch side-scrolling platformers, right? Gameplay wise. But they made up for it with the aesthetic that they put out, right? So there's this particular game that haunts me. The aesthetic of it haunts me, even though the gameplay doesn't. The gameplay is just the most shit gameplay, right? But Shadow of the Beast is incredible. Again, I'm going to make a video about this so I can put my thoughts out more clearly. I was going to keep this as a surprise. But listen to this music. Look at these graphics. Like, this was on an Amiga 500 I had this. So, you can already tell this is a game it's a serious vibe. It's a game it's an epic fantasy game, a dark fantasy game, right? And it's like carries on with like various other loading screen stuff, right? But the music is consistent throughout the whole thing. There are, like, you can find the soundtrack for this. The music's completely consistent, and you're in an alien world, and you are a weird beast thing. And you're basically going on a mission of revenge. Like, someone's turned you into, like, some, you know, but, like, what a weird world, right? So it's magic and technology, you know, there's a blimp flying through there, right? But you can tell how everything about what you're looking at has been crafted to try and make you feel like something, right? Like the bizarre mountains in the background, you know, but the normalcy, the homeliness of, like, the broken walls and stuff like that. So you're in a world in decay, right? And like there's, you know, a darkness in the world itself. Now the gameplay is shit, right? You get these little like intro screens to each chapter of the thing. Yeah, Psygnosis are incredible. Just the aesthetics of their games is just incredible, right? So the mist clears, an eerie image of a forest forms in front of you. To the east, a vast plain extends towards the horizon. Westward, however, in the thick of the forest, 1,000 pairs of eyes pierce the darkness, or something like that, right? Yeah, blah, blah, great. And it's just side-scrolling platformer. Look at the amount of effort they've gone to in the world building for a side-scrolling platformer, where you're some weird beast. There's it. Things come from the left and right, and you punch them. That's it. That's the entire fucking game. Yeah, it's made by nerds who loved the thing they were making, right? And this at the time, again, this came out like 1992 or something. It was groundbreaking for the parallax scrolling, and I don't know why they get you to go in this tree for ages, right? Because you're in this tree, and this is the worst looking environment in the whole game, right? And you're in here for ages in this underground tree, but the music is still so good in there. You know, you just it's just this. This is the worst fucking gameplay in the world. But you feel like you're part of an epic quest. Something's going on, and you're a part of it, right? And you know, like, nothing makes sense. You eventually come to the power orb, whatever this is. You know, but Psygnosis, they always had this gorgeous way of doing the orbs and gems and stuff like that. They were always so good at it. But there are beautiful things that are, like, themselves, like, weird, right? Anyway, so you eventually, and again, half the game is spent in this underground bit, but you eventually get back out. Right, and so remember so look at the colour of the sky. It's a darkening sky, right? So there's a particular place, particular time of the day, you know, everything is coherent, right? And so you get out, and it's still basically the same, right? Okay, so not too much is different. You know, there's still the strangeness in the background. So the world, there must be necessary things in the world for these things to exist, right? They're not accidental. There's a fucking blimp going by, right? And so you eventually come to there are dragons in this, by the way. You eventually come to a castle. Okay, fair enough. You go in the castle. You get another little thing again. World building. Everything's like, right, okay, there's a dark passage that leads you down, and you don't know. So you're in a castle. Blah blah blah. You fight your way through the castle. And you get out eventually. In fact, no, you pick up a laser rifle, right, and a jetpack. So, right, okay. What, you know, it doesn't try to explain itself. It's like, no, this is a part of this world, and more will be revealed is what's implied, right? Anyway, you eventually get out when it loads. And eventually it's nighttime. Or it's almost nighttime. So the sky is now blood red. The moon is blood red. There's red on the clouds. Like suddenly, like it in the narrative of the main character, you can feel there is an advancement in the way that the game looks and feels, right? The day is growing long and the night is coming in, and you are going to go and face this beast that has enslaved you, right? That's what this is about, basically. In this very strange alien world, and you don't know what's happening, but like there's a lot being thrown at you, and it's not the gameplay, you know. And I mean, if fucking modern games gave a shit about the gameplay, that'd be a different story, you know. But this wholeness to the thing really matters. And in the end, like, all you're doing is literally it's the most shit final boss. Again, it's so shit. The actual game is so shit. This is the final boss. A giant toe. Just, what'd you do? I stand at the toe and I punch. I won! Thank God. It's fucking stupid, right? But it's not about the game itself, right? You freed yourself from the shadow of the beast. Like they had an entire world built for this in their minds, basically, right? And that's what makes this game memorable. Excuse me, and remarkable. And you know, so the world, the atmosphere, the music, the graphics, you know, they at least look like the thing, right? Yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is okay. You know, again, a coherent aesthetic is important. I just go back to this. I'm like, I don't like the look of. I don't want to look at this. You know, let's see if there are any more Civ 7 screenshots. That's not a fuck. That's AI. Fuck off. Fucking slop. Okay. I mean, it looks alright. But, like, I don't know, man. There's something about being too busy or something. I can't. Like, they're trying to look. This looks like a realistic outcropping. It's like, okay, but that's not what I'm looking at. You know? Like, I know. I don't know. There's something about it that just isn't doing it for me. But then, if you go, say, back to the old Rome, right? Remember the title screen on Rome Total War? Let me... Look, you've got the guy here, that epic feeling, right? This is what this person is talking about. Right? The music and the atmosphere sets the scene before you're even in the game. Before you have any experience of the game whatsoever. You're already in the fucking thing. I mean, you know, and it was the same with Medieval too, man. Like, this was so good.
Medical weight loss is
fuck
not
off.
cheating. It's actually the smartest way to lose weight.
It is
decades,
cheating.
You've been told that losing weight is...
Yeah, I've played Heroes of Might and Magic 2 to the ends of the earth, man. Like, this speaks volumes about the game itself. And then, you know, you get the menu come up, and the menu have boom! You know, heavy. When you clicked on it, it'd be intonation, it'd be thunderous. Am I doing something important here, am I? It's like, yeah, no, the game is telling you, no, you are. You know, Shadow of the Beast style. The game is telling you, no, you're doing something very important here. You know, it's like, oh, okay. all these men marching to the Holy Land, yeah, that probably is important. You know, listen to the music, listen to the atmosphere. Like, the aesthetics really fucking matter. I don't know why I'm going off on one on this so much, but this really bothers me. Like, modern games are shit. I just don't like them. I don't get into them. You know? And like, it was literally only Space Marine 2 that did anything about that. Like, it's like the game developers have got no faith in their ability to bring an experience to the audience, right? So, my fucking chat's just crashed as well. Fuck's sake. Hang on a sec. But yeah, so basically I'm just very, very frustrated with gaming at the moment. And there's like very little I actually want to play. And that's why I'm playing games that are literally decades old. Oh, come on. Now my browser's... What is... I'm using Firefox, for fuck's sake. Come on. From the Discord, Doom World. Don't you love how in Total War you can offer someone 20,000 in money for a trading game they don't accept? Yeah, it is a bit bizarre. But it's genuinely hard to understand, I'm not going to lie. Right, there we go. It's not just the art style. It's not just the art style. It's a combination of the art style, the music, the theme, the setting, how that's delivered, how much verisimilitude there is in what you are being asked to do in the game. Like in Medieval Total War, great example of this, right? It's like, no, look, we are solemnly marching to war for the kingdom of heaven, right? And what am I going to be asking you to do? Well, manage a medieval kingdom and then send crusades to the Middle East. Defeat the heathens, and then, restore Jerusalem to Christendom. That's basically what you're being asked in this. It's like, okay, great. Yeah, storytelling is all sorts of things, right? Yeah, Kingdom Come 2 is probably going to do a good job of this, right? Yeah, but you were a kid when you were asked. No, I didn't play Medieval 2 Total War till I was about 22, 23, something like that. I wasn't a kid. That's the thing. Homeworld is a great one as well. Homeworld is like, yeah, let's check out Homeworld. I haven't even looked at Homeworld 3. Yeah, I really liked Homeworld. And again, the gameplay wasn't exactly that good either.
Supercharge your ideas with Gemini, your AI assistant from Google.
Fuck's sake, man. I hate adverts so much.
"100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent.
Totally true, KJ. The modern computer is the only thing that makes Manlord exist still.
An ancient starship buried in the sand. Was
So,
designed.
epic, right? Again, the graphics may look dated, but man, I tell you what, right? The background effects really made this for me. Like the color of the space and the stars and the light and stuff like that in the background, like really fucking sold me for Homeworld. It looked gorgeous, absolutely
Stand by for
gorgeous.
command line testing.
Listen to that music. Something momentous and important is happening here. Thank you, Faithful Farmer. I appreciate that. Right? This is literally an entire race of people who are going into the stars. They have their homeworld ship.
Our task is to
You know,
analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives. Before the hyperdrive test, several trials must be completed.
Group 1 designated.
Test construction by building the primary research ship.
Man, I used to love Homeworld.
Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
And then I love the trails on the ships as well. Those are cool. But look how nice the background looks. You know, space doesn't have to be boring. That's what Homeworld said. It can be meaningful, right? Yeah, the chit chat of the fighters and the combat, exactly. It's all these small things. Yeah, the scale of it.
Begin fighter chassis research.
But if you actually look at what you're being presented with on like an individual basis,
formation trial.
let's get. What are we actually looking at here? Like 6 ships just flying around. You know, probably like 1,000 polygons in total. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it doesn't take much to tell a gargantuan story. You just have to know what you're trying to tell. And then, yeah, like, the symbolism of the giant ship that you've got to protect in the vastness of space.
Performance of the salvage corvette.
Like, it's so good.
And capture the target drone here.
And the whole thing feels graceful. You know, the music and the speed and the precision with which the ships move. It gives the game a grace. I don't know what a whizzer is, but I am 1,000% correct. This all matters, and this is what makes the games memorable. It's what makes them wonderful. You know?
Target selected for salvaging.
And yeah, the little chatter as well. Like, why not? Like, it makes you feel like the thing is real and alive and you're in it. And that your actions matter and the game itself fun. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just literally 6 fucking sided polygons. Like, the fuck all polygons on this. And they're like, yeah, but we need more polygons! More polygons! Like, that... It's just not important. It's not that important at all. You know? Once you've got it looking nice, that's it. You know? Let's see what some of the other missions were like. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, the fact that you tied the story together with these little fucking things as well. This is a lost art.
Resource deposits.
Just look at it. You've got all of space to play with. You can make the backgrounds look gorgeous. Why not? Go for it. Like, it gives the thing a whole ethereal, sort of milky feel. Where it's like, yeah, no, we're doing something mystic. And it's a space sim. Kind of. You know, space, like, colonization style game. You know? But it made the thing feel majestic. Listen to that music. Yeah, okay, I'm sure every indie game does do that, but I can only comment on the things I see and things I used to play and don't play anymore. And like, this is the thing with like the Warhammer 3. I wasn't digging it, man. There's a battle map. I mean,
we've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something,
shut
you better
the fuck up. People like this making things are the problem. No, I want the map. Just the world map, not the battle map.
Of gods.
There was something about it that wasn't doing it for me. I can't remember what it was.
Strength and prosperity.
And it looks a bit cartoony as well. Which is not how I would approach this. Like, I mean, are we impressed by this? I'm not impressed by this. Everything feels disjointed. You know? I'm not loving it. Birth of a Federation. Oh, that was so good, man. Man, I had that years ago, and it kept fucking crashing because I had a cracked copy. This was such a good game. So they nailed the feel of being Star Trek, right? It looked perfect, it felt perfect, and then basically you have these.
Aye, sir. Torpedoes locked.
I mean, they've got a fucking huge fleet there. Jesus. The multiplayer was terrible. It didn't work. Basically, it was a real disappointment. But yeah, you'd have these sort of like turns where you tell them what to do, and they do. So it was, but it was fine. You know, I'm happy with that kind of turn-based tactical gameplay. But it felt like Star Trek. Yeah, the original game was buggy as hell, man. It really annoyed me. But the where's the campaign map? 'Cause the campaign map was the thing. It was great.
Hey everybody.
Hey there, buddy.
There's Mercury. What's the other fucker? So we're just
Don't
gonna
swear. You know I've probably sworn loads. I don't want someone talking. Right, so you had loads to do on the campaign map. But again, look at it. The whole thing feels like Star Trek. Like the second you start playing it, it just feels like you're playing a Star Trek game. All the sounds are right. And yeah, finding the alien races was so much fun, man. Like, it genuinely felt like there was a giant universe to explore. And there was so much to do. Like, it just felt exactly like the Next Generation. Yeah, I've probably sworn those. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, no matter what you say or do, and yeah, the fact that you discover planets to settle and stuff like that. What a great mechanic. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Anyway, you can see my point. I'm sure I've gone enough, but you can see the point. It's like, look, like there is a design philosophy missing in modern games, and that not only is it they're afraid to actually make something good, right? They're just, oh right, okay, we need another sequel, boys. So, oh good, another fucking sequel. Is that what we need? Is it? Oh good, thank God, because we didn't have enough sequels, right? Thank God, we're literally gonna just. Oh, well, I mean, what are we going to do? We could make anything, right? The thing is with games and programming, you could do anything. And they're like, yeah, okay, so we're going to just do Civ 7. Oh, 7 now. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Who's asking for that? You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck was asking for that? No one. Yeah. Like, do something that hasn't been done before. You know, that's all you need to do. Make something original. Like, this is why The Isle was such a runaway success before they decided to make it shit. Because it felt great. It felt incredible. Like, the fear, and Russian, you'll know, the fear when you were a juvenile and you heard the stomps and you're hiding in a fucking bush. Boom, 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 boom. And you're like, didn't see me. Didn't see me. It was just like nothing else had ever created an experience like that. You know, and the running around and catching your first thing and then getting to your first fight. Yeah, like The Isle had this brilliant new thing that had never been done before. And then the developers of The Isle are like, yeah, okay, so we're going to get rid of that. It's like, why would you get rid of that? That's what makes this game so good. That's why I'm not bored. You know, I'm reaching levels of nervousness I've never had in a video game before. Like, I'm reaching levels of fear that have never been experienced in a video game. I've played so many games that are meant to be horror games, and The Isle was the only one that really got my heartbeat going, right? Yeah, Killing Floor was great fun. Killing Floor was really good fun. Really coherent aesthetic. Again, it wasn't scary, but, like, you know, it was good fun. Yeah, Helldivers 2 did a really good job with this aesthetic. Right, the music in Helldivers 2, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Sorry I had to kick you the other day, by the way, Russian. I didn't want to. It's just that you were so much better than me and Arch because you played it much more than we have. Yeah, the music in Helldivers and the aesthetic and the theme, right? It's played straight. It's like, yep, no, we're Super Earth. We're fighting for managed democracy. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. The aesthetic on it was perfect. Really perfectly put together. You know? What happens? Runaway success. Absolutely wild success. You got 500,000 players on it on Steam all day, every day, until the developers decided, yeah, we're going to fuck around with it and ruin it. You know? But, like, massive fucking success. Came out of nowhere. No one saw it coming. You know? Looks nice. Yeah, Game of the Year in week 1. You know? Yeah, it took itself seriously even though the premise was funny. And then it had a bit... It took itself seriously with a bit of tongue-in-cheek. Perfect. You know? It looked great, you know, and it didn't look like groundbreakingly great. You know, it wasn't like, oh my god, like Space Marine 2 looked groundbreakingly great, right? There's such a vacuum of good games. Like Space Marine 2, the graphics on it were genuinely incredible. Like I could just literally stop playing at any point, take a screenshot, and it would look like it was something out of a movie, you know? Like a fully rendered 3D movie, you know? I have not seen that TLD is posted on YouTube, and that's cool. But yeah, anyway, so that's good, you know? But you don't need to be that good looking, you know? Yeah, the scale was good on Space Marine 2 as well, that's true. But you don't need it to be that good looking, right? You know, Helldivers is a good looking game, but it's not that great. It just works because they've just got the theme right. And this was the thing with Fallout 3 and New Vegas, like the same Oblivion. Oblivion, if you actually look at the graphics, weren't that great, but it was good for the time, and it was again the sort of coherent world. Yeah, Helldivers 2 made you feel like you're in a movie with every fight. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like that. There's so much missing out of games these days. The focus on graphics. Just like, look, you're there. You're exactly where you want to be with the graphics. Stop worrying about the fucking graphics, man. They're just not important, frankly. They've never really been that important. It's what you do with the graphics that matters. Anyway, I should probably call it. I got fuck all sleep last night, obviously. So we're up late tidying up, and my wife was tidying up, and you know, getting stuff sorted for the kids. And then they came in at like 6 in the morning or whatever it was. It wasn't that early actually. It was about 7 or 8, but still, didn't get any sleep. So anyway, Merry Christmas, folks. Thanks for joining me for this unscheduled rant about the state of video games. And yeah, prepping for the arrival of Santa, of course. And I will see you all soon. And hopefully I can find something I actually want to play next time. Like somebody playing... I'm playing Bannerlord just out of habit at this point. Yeah, I'll just kill some stuff. Just, why not? You know. Anyway, take it easy, guys.